Roster Mania is officially upon us, so that means it's time to break out the handy dandy Photoshop graphic to keep track of everything going on right now with Roster Mania. As you can see, I have a full graphic with every player currently signed to the organizations as we saw at the end of this past season, with some notable free agents towards the bottom, players that are in the league, as well as players that are rumored to be coming, and some top challengers. And we're going to be using that graphic to keep track of all the Roster Mania news, rumors, and anything that ends up being confirmed. So make sure you sub to the channel if you want to see more CDL content. But first things first, let's go over a couple notable things that have already happened to catch you up if you haven't heard what's going on with Roster Mania. First things first, CDL contracts are going to run for up to 2 weeks after champs. So free agency officially begins on July 3rd. Today is June 22nd. So just under 2 weeks now until free agency officially begins. And teams that are planning to extend their players, if they have that team option, should know by June 26th, which is this coming Monday. As many as 5 CDL teams could possibly be rebranding or moving in this offseason. Miami Heretics being one that has been rumored a ton. Florida Mutineers merging with the Heretics esports organization to form Miami Heretics, as well as Seattle possibly moving to Vancouver, London possibly coming to Charlotte, North Carolina, or even Washington, DC. And then apparently up to 2 others could be on the move, so we'll see what those end up being. Another merger intel possibly here is that version 1 / Minnesota Rocker might be merging with G2 Esports, an organization located in Germany. And then some other notable things we've heard: Optic Texas apparently in talks with Draza and Envoy about joining the team alongside Dashy and Shotzi. That is the rumor as of right now. Another thing is Ultra are open to offers about buying out Kleenex and Insight. Like I said, this would be a buyout, so both players are on 2+1 contracts, which means they're not free agents. So if you wanted them, you'd have to pay Ultra some sort of fee. This is apparently due to financial issues. I don't really know exactly the validity. Obviously, these are just intel rumors, things that are being leaked, so who knows exactly what financial issues necessarily means for Ultra. And then as well as Clayster will be an unrestricted free agent in 2 weeks, and he wants to continue playing, so that's more news. But let's hop back over to the Roster Mania graphic. I will move my camera so I don't block anything, and let's go through some contract situations. So as of right now, all of LA Thieves are going to be unrestricted free agents. Dashy and Illy are unrestricted free agents. Kismet as well is an unrestricted free agent, which is very interesting. He should obviously return since they won champs, but there's always a possibility he doesn't if, let's say, he chases the bag somewhere else. Fame is a unrestricted free agent. All of Seattle Surge are unrestricted free agents. Vivid is one, and then all of the Las Vegas Legion are unrestricted free agents. And I'm also looking at a sheet that Jacob Hale has pinned on his Twitter, so if you want to head over to him and check this out. But you can also see here, if I zoom in a little bit to 125, these are the unrestricted free agents and the players that could possibly be extended or have moved on from their team. So make sure to pause if you want to read this a little bit more. But obviously on screen, you can see all the current teams that as they were at the end of the season. Now you notice some teams have more than 4 players just because people have, players on their bench, of course. So obviously things are going to change, right? A lot of players I think are going to move around this offseason, as we can tell by the current rumors. Now, obviously one of the big rumors is going to be Ghosty and Hook leaving Optic in replace for Envoy and Draza. Now, this would be an absolutely disgusting team, personally, if you ask me. I kind of think that this team could be really, really good. I think Ghosty's deserving of his spot in the league, and it would be a disservice if Optic really let go of him after what he did, especially being their best player at champs. We can't argue that Draza overall a better player. Now, Ghosty kind of does that gap filling role and has a little bit of leadership on the team, so maybe they'd be lacking in that area, but you have to say on paper this team would look really solid. There is also rumors coming out that Kenny is set to stay on LA Thieves. No one said anything about Octane just yet, but these two tend to be a duo, so I wouldn't necessarily expect Octane to leave. Both have came out and said previously that 100 Thieves is an organization they want to play for their whole career, and this is the best organization they've been a part of, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see these two as a duo moving forward. As an LAT fan, I have an LAT shirt on right now. It sucks to see if Envoy and Draza are actually going to go, but if they go to Optic, which is a team that obviously I'm going to root for as well, just being a long-time Nadeshot and Optic fan, I would love to see this Optic team, but it sucks to see them leaving Thieves. All right, so I took the liberty of moving out pretty much the entirety of the Paris roster and almost the entirety of the Seattle roster down to the free agents, since all of them are going to be unrestricted, and I highly doubt any of them return to their teams. I would probably be expecting a pretty big squad wipe out of both of these organizations, but you really never know. Temp has been on, Legion for a long time. Maybe they re-sign him. Also, down here in the bottom right corner, those 4 players are the players of the Miami Heretics organization that are rumored to be coming into the Florida Mutineers alongside alongside Vickle. So we'll move those players up to the Florida Mutineers, being as it is one of those leaks that have been pretty confirmed or leaked a ton that is really expected to be happening. So a full Spanish roster coming on in for the upcoming Miami Heretics could be very interesting. But you can see down here at the bottom, we have a ton of possible free agents and players that can be moving, and I'm sure there's going to be way more added in the coming weeks. But yeah, this is meant to more just be an intro video for anyone that's missed all the Rostermania talks and rumors. I'm going to continue to update this graphic and make videos as we get more leaks. Anything that's confirmed, obviously, for sure going to be updating this graphic. But make sure to sub to the channel and you can keep up to date with all things Rostermania and you'll never miss a thing. I appreciate all the support on the recent CDL videos, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next one.